pick things that have a serious emotional trigger, or it really puts you in a good mood, or it really motivates you. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time watching, my name is Aaron Ballantyne, and you're watching Life According to Aaron. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how you can boost your productivity with the use of a vision board. So a vision board is essentially a visual representation of what you want your future to look like and what your goals and aspirations would look like once you achieve them, right? It can be used as a reminder that this is what you're working towards and this is what your future, for example, should look like if you stay on track to achieving them. This is what your future would look like, achieving your goals, right? However, I found that when creating a vision board, I find that a lot of people make it in collage form. So they have a lot of different pictures and stuff that they put, and it has meaning to them because they know what each picture represents and things. But it's usually done in a collage format, so it's a lot of pictures all over the place on like a canvas thing. But I make my vision board a bit differently because it has different elements in it. Different pictures represent different things. So for example, I'm going to put up on the screen. I'm hoping that you guys can see it. So let's go, alright? So the three elements that my vision board has is things that motivate me, the material things I'd like to have in life, and the abstract things that I'd like to have or accomplish in life, right? So the first thing would be, and if you're seeing it on the screen, the first row occupies the things that motivate me. So I found that what is a significant emotional trigger is what motivates me the most. So for example, in my vision board, this I believe it's the second picture is of the Venus, the Williams sisters, right? So it's the two young stars who dominated at tennis, right? And the reason why I have that picture there is because of the King Richard movie. It was one of the most motivational movies I've ever watched, and it resonated with me. So I put it on my vision board in that motivate line to motivate me, because there's certain especially certain key points in the movie that resonated with me, that made me emotional, that triggered an emotional response from me. And I found that whenever I think about it, it motivates me. So I said on my vision board, I would put a visual representation of that movie. And that's where you have the sisters and their father, Richard, right? If it's a case where a song motivates you, you can put a picture of the song cover, or you can put a picture of the artist if it is that is what motivates you, right? For the second row, it's pretty standard, which is the material things that you want to achieve. So you have your house, your car, and all of that stuff. What you would want to do for the material stuff is be as straightforward as possible, so that as soon as you see it, you know exactly what it is. So for example, car, just put what make car you want. If it is that you want a pet, put what type of pet. You get me? A very straightforward picture, so it's easily identifiable to you, right? And lastly, the abstract things that I want to have or accomplish, right? And this is similar to material things, but it might be a bit harder to represent in visual format, right? So where the abstract things are concerned, for example, wealth, wealth can be represented by money depending on how you do it. Love can be represented by an embrace of two different people, right? For example, one of the things in my abstract is a rose, and it signifies my desire to want to start a non-profit organization eventually in the name of my grandmother, in my grandmother's name. So that's what that represents. The thing about abstract as well is that this section represents essentially what is your little secret, right? It's the stuff that when people look at it, they might be able to guess what it means, but you know specifically what it would mean to you because you pick the picture that represents that thing that might not have a designated image to it. So for example, food has different pictures of food associated with it. But if you want to be healthier, for example, you might put a picture of somebody who is in good shape, or somebody who is fit or in good shape, right? Now for other people, they might say that as you want to exercise more or whatever, but the abstract meaning is personal to you. You more know what the picture represents than anybody who just looks at your vision board at a glance, right? As it relates to all three of the aspects of the vision board, it should be easily identifiable to you, right? So the motivate section, the physical section, or material section, and the abstract section, when you look at it, you should instantly know what the image represents so that you can continue to have that effect on you of motivating you and keeping you on track to working towards your goals. It should, even though the picture, for example, for the abstract section, like I mentioned, it might not directly relate to what the thing is, it must be easily identifiable for you. It must be easily remembered by you, as in the meaning behind it. Now, how to go about creating a vision board? There are many different ways that you can use to create a vision board. I personally used Canva to find my pictures. Canva to put it together, and Unsplash and Pixabay and some other sources to get the images and create them in Canva, right? Canva is very useful to create a vision board, and the reason why I use Canva, it has many reasons. As a matter of fact, I wanted my vision board to be digitally incorporated in different ways. So for example, if I create it on Canva, I can get it printed, I can put it on my phone, I can put it on my laptop, I can make posters with it, I can send it to people, I can do all of that, as opposed to doing it manually, where you find, for example, magazines and newspapers and you cut out the pictures that you're looking for and then you put them on like a canvas or like a cardboard or whatever, right? You can pick whichever way works better for you. I know there are people out there who prefer doing it manually because there's a different level of satisfaction that you get doing it that way. However, I didn't do it that way, and I prefer doing it the digital way because it can be used in many different ways, if you understand, and it can be easily edited if I need to edit it, right? So for example, this vision board I have is for 2022. Now next year, if it is that I create a new one, I can easily just pop out certain things and replace certain things and make very small changes to creating a new vision board, and it wouldn't take that much time at all. It's very time efficient. You get me? And that's another reason why it's digital for me. So you can do it whichever way you want. I know the very artistic people would probably want to do it manually. That's no problem, as long as it holds those key elements that motivate you and the things that you want out of life. Lastly, and what's probably most important as well, is the effect each thing has on you. Don't just pick things that you think are what you want or that you think will have a significant impact on you. Pick things that have a serious emotional trigger, or it really puts you in a good mood, or it really motivates you, or it makes you think about the past. It makes you feel more grateful. It puts you in a reflective mood. Whatever actually has a significant impact on you, whatever you find yourself thinking about constantly, thinking about a lot, whatever you're preoccupied with, whatever you're passionate about, put that in image form on your vision board, because the effect that you're aiming for is whenever you look at it, whichever row or section you look at, because you can organize it however you want. I just choose to organize it that way. When you look at the images and you're remembering what they represent, it's supposed to get you to either keep working or get you to get up and start working. It's supposed to have that effect on you. So that's the most important aspect for the whole vision board. It doesn't matter which pictures you have or which pictures you use or how you organize the images, as long as when you look at certain images, it has that get up and go effect on you. That's the aim of the vision board, to remind you of what you're working towards and to actually help you to continue working towards it. All right, so I hope that's it for the video, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope the tips I shared were helpful. If it is that you want further information on how to go about creating the vision board or some tools you can use, you can either message me on Instagram or just just reach out to me through email, whatever way, a list in the description to reach out to me. You can leave your comments as well. Share some tips that you use to create your vision board if you already have one. And as always, if you want to see tips like this or videos that give information like this in the future, as soon as they drop, be sure to subscribe from now. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.